For over 30 years, Power Rangers has been making kids dream of fighting rubber-suited monsters, piloting giant robots, and yelling, "It's morphin' time!" in the mirror like it actually does something. And at the forefront of every team is the Red Ranger, the fearless, sometimes reckless, and always ridiculously cool leader. But not all Red Rangers are created equal. Some are legendary warriors, while others, let's just say they tried their best. Today, we're ranking the 10 strongest Red Rangers in Power Rangers history. Get your morphers ready, because we're about to power up. 10. Wesley Collins Time Force. From rich kid to time-traveling hero. Power Rangers Time Force could be considered the peak of Power Rangers fiction. It introduced a not-so-well-put-together team of Rangers who could not fully mesh as a unit and went through numerous trials and tribulations after the death of their previous leader, primarily due to the inexperience of the replacement leader of this set of Rangers. Wesley Collins was the son of a wealthy family who had lived a sheltered life. When the Time Rangers sought out Wesley due to his close DNA relationship with the original Red Time Force Ranger, he was cast aside quickly due to his childish behavior, putting the team in jeopardy. However, Wesley learned fast what it means to be a Power Ranger and became one of the most outstanding leaders in the team's history. He has since joined forces with multiple teams throughout the timeline, including the Forever Red Team-Up, which featured every Red Ranger up to that point. 9. TJ Johnson Turbo, the first Red Ranger to replace Tommy. TJ always wanted to be a Power Ranger since he was a kid, and his wish would be granted upon proving himself in battle by saving Tommy Oliver's life. Upon Tommy's departure, TJ was chosen as his replacement, donning the Red Ranger uniform and taking the leadership of the Turbo Rangers team in stride. TJ was a well-respected and courageous leader who always seemed to make the right decision at the right time. He was also the first African-American Red Ranger in Power Rangers history, and he brought a large amount of aura and class to the role, elevating the character among the top Rangers in history, which was proven in Super Megaforce. While a force to be reckoned with on the battlefield, TJ's true strength was his infallible kindness, which he extended to anyone, friend or foe. 8. Cole Evans Wild Force. Raised by Wolves, Fights Like One. Power Rangers Wild Force is the 8th iteration of the Power Ranger franchise and is one of its most popular series with some of the most beloved designs and memorable stories. Cole Evans stepped onto the scene as the wild card of the Wild Force Rangers, serving as both the leader and most impulsive Ranger, which was strange for a Red Ranger in particular. Frequently acting on pure instinct, Cole constantly jumped before thinking, forcing his team to keep up. However, after a few growing pains, Cole eventually became a reliable leader with the help of the Rangers' overseer, Princess Shayla. On the battlefield, Cole was just as fierce and impulsive as he was off of it. He ran into every battle with a fiery ferocity and unrelenting drive, making him appear unstoppable. 7. Amelia Jones Cosmic Fury. From pink to red, the first female Red Ranger leader. Amelia Jones started out as the Pink Power Rangers Dino Fury Ranger, a somewhat quirky but kind young Ranger who balanced the team out with their exorbitant ideas of the paranormal. Upon the return of Lord Zed, and with the galaxy's fate hanging in the balance, Amelia and 5 of her teammates are called to action to take their fight into space and evolve their power into something greater in Power Rangers Cosmic Fury. While not entirely prepared, Amelia took to leadership relatively quickly and proved herself to be a dependable and confident Red Ranger on the battlefield. Amelia's lighthearted attitude was a welcome difference from most Red Ranger leaders in the franchise. 6. Nick Russell Mystic Force. The chosen one with a fireball problem. Nick Russell came into being a Power Ranger by accident and by being in the right place at the wrong time, placing him in the path of the Mystic Force Rangers, the 12th iteration of the Power Rangers franchise. Nick is brought into the story as a non-believer who is destined to become the Red Ranger after his mind is opened. Following Nick's enlightenment, he played a pivotal part in revitalizing the Power Ranger team, who had been suffering in a battle for the world while trying to prevent the darkness from arising. While he was initially a skeptic, Nick took to magic quickly, mastering multiple levels of his own power, and in turn, he also elevated the abilities of his teammates, as every good leader should. 5. Andros in Space. The Ranger who ended the Zordon era. Andros is a celebrated fan-favorite Ranger who first appeared in Power Rangers in Space. a series that focused on a team of rangers who explored the cosmos and fought evil across multiple worlds. Hailing from a faraway world called KO-35, Andros appeared on the battlefield as a stranger to those who would eventually become his new team. Andros has a long history as a ranger, as he and his best friend enlisted into the military at a young age and were chosen to become rangers relatively early in their career. While Andros is an incredible fighter, he is also a very pragmatic individual, which made him a more than qualified leader for the former Turbo Rangers team. Andros also has a number of accomplishments in his ranger history, including being the very first ranger to receive a battleizer. For Troy Burrows' Super Megaforce, the Red Ranger with premonitions. Troy Burrows is the Megaforce and Super Megaforce Red Ranger, who was chosen due to the adversity he had faced and his determination. Burrows had previously experienced several premonitions of a coming war between legendary rangers and an unseen evil that would rival all others. With this dark cloud hanging on the horizon, Burrows took his role as the Red Ranger very seriously and did not falter, even as the Earth came under threat of invasion. As the Super Megaforce Red Ranger, Troy faced every battle head-on, and with the power that he controls, it can be argued that he is one of the most powerful Red Ranger forms in the franchise. Wielding the Super Megaforce Morpher, Troy can harness the power of past Red Rangers to enhance his power. 3. Jack Landors, SPD. The Red Ranger who started as a criminal. Jack Landors' story is unique among most other Red Rangers. Starting out in the series as a scoundrel who steals from the rich and gives to the poor, Jack is arrested and held by the Power Rangers SPD force and given a choice between prison and joining the Rangers. After some thought, Jack rushes into battle as the SPD Red Ranger, and while his taking a leadership role was not without its problems, Jack proved that anyone can be a Power Ranger as long as they are pure of heart. Jack grew rapidly as a person during his time as a Power Ranger and earned the respect of his teammates, mentors, and loved ones as someone who would put his life on the line for the entire planet in a fight. Jack showed endless determination and used every tool in his arsenal to secure victory. Jack fought well past his prime and retired peacefully, handing down the title of Red Ranger. 2. Jason Scott, Mighty Morphin. The original, the GOAT. Jason Scott is a name that needs no introduction, as he is the first and original Red Ranger from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers series. As the first leader of the original team, Jason radiated leadership and confidence from the moment he put on the Red Ranger armor, proving he was perfect for the role. Jason led his team through numerous dire encounters against the vicious Lord Zed and Rita Repulsa, but never let it discourage him from doing what needed to be done. As the Red Ranger, Jason was as skilled as any Ranger and as strong as an entire team of Rangers, and his accomplishments as the first Red Ranger earned him the respect of every Red Ranger who came after him. Before we reveal the ultimate Red Ranger who reigns supreme, let's take a moment to acknowledge some honorable mentions. Those Rangers who came this close to making the list but just missed out. Think of them like the superheroes who almost got their own solo movie but had to settle for a Disney Plus spin-off. Eric Myers, Time Force. The Red Ranger who took Fake It Till You Make It too seriously. Now let's get one thing straight. Eric stole his way into Rangerhood. That's right, he swiped the Quantum Morpher, activated it without permission, and said, "Guess I work here now." Naturally, the team wasn't thrilled, but Eric wasn't about to let a little thing like not being chosen stop him from being one of the most powerful warriors in Time Force history. Unlike most Rangers who get their powers from destiny, prophecy, or some mystical alien force, Eric was just a dude, a regular, present-day human with no cosmic upgrades. But what he lacked in special abilities, he made up for with sheer grit, strategy, and the combat skills of a guy who watches way too many action movies. As a Silver Guardian, Eric was a highly trained soldier with expertise in martial arts, tactical warfare, and an arsenal that would make even the toughest villains think twice. Even though he started out as a loner with a chip on his shoulder, Eric eventually proved himself as one of the strongest Red Rangers of all time. And let's be real, anyone who can steal their way onto the team and still make themselves indispensable, that's a whole new level of power move. 1. Tommy Oliver, Zeo, the most powerful Ranger ever. Tommy Oliver has an endless history within the Power Ranger franchise and is the most beloved Ranger throughout the franchise's history. Having crossed over with multiple teams, Tommy was a member of the original Mighty Morphin team and became the 6th Ranger. With the most experience of any Ranger, Tommy's skill, strength, and experience are unmatched, even among the best in the franchise. Sadly, Jason David Frank, the actor who played Tommy Oliver, passed away due to mental health issues, but he will forever be remembered as the greatest Red Ranger ever to exist. That's a wrap on the 10 strongest Red Rangers of all time. These guys have led teams, saved worlds, and rocked some seriously cool helmets. Who's your favorite Red Ranger? Drop it in the comments. And hey, if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell, because even Rangers need backup. Stay awesome, and remember, it's always morphin' time.